Okay, everybody, we're here at Collecticon Orlando today, and we have something really special that we're going to look at, and I'm excited to show you guys. This is a rare Pokemon collector's item that, personally, this is the first time I've ever seen one, specifically in person, but even like, I don't know that I've really seen anybody with these, specifically this one, like pictures of it anywhere. So it's really, really exciting, really, really cool. We're here with Tyler at Pops and Son Collectibles, like I said, at Collecticon Orlando. And before we jump into it, I want to make sure I remind you, like I always do, guys, I love you, God loves you. There's an awesome plan for your life. Let's look at what Tyler has it's really, really cool.
So how I like to say it is, it's a piece of Pokemon history, essentially. Yeah. It's a museum piece, in my opinion. You don't see them often. They don't come up often when they do sell. The value can be ranging, but let's say the top end around $10,000, what you would say. Yeah. But what we're talking about is an uncut sheet of Pokemon Fossil, the promotional item from KB Toys. So
you hardly ever, an uncut sheet is like one of the grails of Pokemon collect. Like, I've only seen Leonhardt, Gary Haas, and a few other people have some. And so this is specifically Fossil. I've never seen one of these before. And it was just delivered to you like
on Friday.
Yesterday, right? And he'll tell the story, but he picked it up for a crazy deal, just the right place, right time. And here we go.
So my father, actually, when we were driving up here to set up, I had to get my father to get off work to sit and actually wait for the post office to deliver this. It's an uncut sheet. It does, obviously there is shelfware, but for being over 20 years old, it's really good shape, uncut completely, and like I said, it's literally a museum piece.
And like, for 23 years old, and there's really only a little bit of issues around the sides. And a few pieces on the inside. I think there was one on, was it on right Lapras?
Kabutops.
And then the Aerodactyl right here.
That's the rolling damage from when they actually get printed.
That Aerodactyl right there has
right here has
damage
a little on it. And that's just only from the roller damage. So it comes in, when these got printed, they went in, they came out, got all printed, and sometimes rollers will get caught or too much pressure you put in.
Sure.
So, but other than that,
it's in really good shape
for what it is.
Really good shape. So you said this was a KB Toys special promotional item.
It even says on the bottom what it actually was. It was a KB Toys promotional item.
Oh my gosh, it does. Produced by Wizards of the Coast for KB Toys promotion. Pokemon Fossil Form 6, $10.99.
Yep.
Wow. So what was that promotion? Do you know?
When the original Fossil was going out, they were showing these of all the holo cards that were beat in Fossil. Oh. So this is what it was.
So it was like sent to a store.
Essentially, it was sent to stores.
So they could say, hey, here's what's coming up in the upcoming set.
So you know how Funko did the original like movie ones where they had the posters? Same concept.
That is really cool. So they were
sending these out to some stores and like, hey, you remember, this is when Pokemon first started.
Yeah.
So Pokemon didn't grow until probably past base sets, going into base set 2 and so on and so forth.
It wasn't super mainstream.
It was popular because of the anime, but it wasn't.
There's still lots of promotion that needed to be done for the TCG at that point.
Because you got to think, what is this Pocket Monsters? Nobody knows it. It's not like it is today where everybody's like, everybody knows Pokemon.
So did they only do that with Fossil? Did you know if they did it with Jungle and base set as well?
They did Fossil, they did Jungle, and they did base set, but those are even more rare to find. This one was, in my opinion, harder to find. Not harder, but easier.
The easier of the rare uncut sheets to find.
The easier of the three, but you still don't see all three.
Yeah.
This one, like you said, I got right place, right time. Was very fortunate to be able to grab it. And then obviously I've talked to you before saying hey, come say hi and everything else.
Yeah.
And then I honestly didn't expect this to show up in time.
Yeah.
So just having you come up and my mom going, somebody's here to meet you. I was like, well, who? It could be anybody. And then it ended up like, hey, what's up? And you're like, oh, you're Tyler. Like, yep, that's me.
So do you know if like all of the, so I don't know a whole lot about the vintage uncut sheets.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know all of the ones that are out there, were they all promotional items like this, or were they for various reasons?
Various reasons.
Okay.
Some of them are promotional, some are given. So like when they were starting to do it, they would give out some of these for tournaments.
Yeah, okay, as pricing.
As pricing.
Sure.
To get people to be like, oh my God, you have something like this, and then they would get people excited because back then you probably didn't know what you had.
Yeah.
And now you're like, what do I have? How do I have
Well,
this?
and that's why it's so cool to find one that's in such good condition.
Yes.
Because like when a lot of these went out, people were like, "Oh, cool! It's just like a poster."
They were almost like they were put the tacks in it.
Tack them in their wall.
Or they'll tack them in the wall. They wouldn't
Yeah.
frame them. Or they really just tape the back of it and put it into the sun. So they're like,
And
hey,
it's just
look,
ruined.
and it's ruined.
This is in fantastic shape
For 20 years, over 20 years old.
yeah, for what it is. Like,
And-
wow.
and-
And even the hollow foils on them are
Yep.
relatively, like there's some scratching and stuff, but like
They're
the hollow
relatively
foils
good.
are relatively good. Which is
Like,
really,
it's funny
really
how
cool.
you can look at the one on the very top right there. There is really no scratching or anything on that. And like you go to Dragonite where your thumb is, you go to Moltres and Articuno, and even one of my favorites is Gengar. Who doesn't love Gengar, right?
Yeah.
But it's crazy how a piece of history just falls in your lap.
Yeah.
And then now you get to essentially share it with everybody that, especially here, have all the places of anybody where it could be at Collecticon Orlando.
And you said you've seen comps anywhere. If this goes on auction, I mean, it's speculated anywhere from $7,500 to like $10,000.
Yep.
Potentially even more if the right collectors like are in a war trying to get it. And you just got it for a steal. You were in the right
I
place,
was
the
in
right
place,
time,
right time.
and somebody needed to unload it, and they had something good to, and they went to the right place, which is really, really cool. So like for me, my number one Pokemon collecting grail one day is to have an uncut sheet. And it'll happen one day, and it'll be awesome, and it'll be super.
And
I'll
you know
probably
what?
have to be in the right place, right time.
And I would love to be able to be like, hey, now we're Uncut Sheet buddies.
Now we're a part of the club. So, of all of these, which one of the fossil holographic Pokemon is your favorite?
Dragonite.
Dragonite?
For fossil, Dragonite all day long.
Yeah.
My favorite of the base 151, obviously I was a huge Charizard fan. Who isn't a huge Charizard fan?
Yeah.
But if we start going to like Gen 2 and 3, Gen 2 was like one of my favorites because you could not pick between Fraligator and Typhlosion.
Okay.
You couldn't pick.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm big Gen 1. A lot of people don't know this story, but I went to Wizards of the Coast store when I was like 11.
Okay.
And it saved my allowance for 3 weeks. I bought 3 base set unlimited booster packs, took them home, opened them in my mom's room, pulled Mewtwo, Blastoise, Charizard back to back. And that's when I got hooked on Pokemon.
you're like, I'm done.
I was like, okay, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. But for as far as fossil, man, I've always loved the Lapras and the Zapdos.
Yeah.
And they're not even the expensive ones from the set,
I
but
just like
they're
Dragonite
always ones that I
because
love.
you went from a little like tadpole essentially, and then you're like, I got a weird Dragonite.
Yeah, this
like,
weird,
cute
dragon creature. So, dude, this is really cool. Guys, I wanted to take the chance to show y'all this. This isn't something that I get to see every day. I know you guys don't get to see this very often, and seeing it on video isn't as cool as like actually being here, but at least you get to kind of sort of see it. And like the fact that it was a KB Toys promo item, just really, really cool. I'm super grateful for the experience, Tyler, of you sharing this
I
and
appreciate
letting me be a part of this. Like,
you
very
enjoying
cool.
it like I do. It's nice to see people that enjoy stuff like this and not even like wanting to either throw a ridiculous offer or anything like that. Just somebody that can enjoy what we enjoy here.
Yeah, just enjoy getting to be in the presence of it is very, very cool. So I love it, man. Guys, check out Pop & Sons Collectibles right there. If you like Funko, Pokemon, check them out. But this was just really, really cool, really fun to see. Guys, drop me a comment down below. Let me know which one of these is your favorite fossil Pokemon. And if you own an uncut sheet, I own a couple uncut sheets, but they're from like indie TCGs, so nothing like this. If you own an uncut sheet, let me know. And this was awesome. Thank you guys so much. Very, very cool. Like I always say, guys, find somebody to love and serve. Be the change you want to see in the world. See ya.